Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So I do want to say really quick that I had already attempted to do this reading and it did not go well. It went horribly south. I got lost in an abyss, in a in a tunnel of caves, and then my headlamp went out, and then I ran out of oxygen. So I had to restart. I got game over. I had to restart. Let's see. And let's hope. I already cleansed my energy. Let's see what we get. Let's get messages of guidance for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Okay. This is the original energy for the first reading. I'm going to just like quickly, because it's always somehow resonant. Even though I did not want to be in that energy, it's always somehow resonant to the following reading. I've learned that already when I try to like scratch. So I just try to be more specific in the second attempt in intention to stay away from the abyss. Okay, so this is good. It's going to give me a mixture. But the fire energy, there was messages coming through about like balled up energy that I heard had misdirected. Like it's just like you don't know what to do with it. There's this longing, this desire, this like almost frustration of wanting to direct it versus holding it. And it's like the energy needs to move, but it's not allowed to move. So therefore it's just like in a spiral. It's causing inner turmoil in your energy. And this is not just you, this is collective energy. So if this resonates with you, you're going to know, because your energy would have, at least at the time of viewing this reading, felt in a state of somewhat chaos, somewhat ungroundedness, a state of disorganization when it comes to your thought, and specifically when it comes to the inability to find a true, like there's a misfire in your judgment, was the way the message had originally came through. Sorry, I feel like it's too glary. There's a misfire in your judgment when it comes to your ability to make solid, clear decisions at this time. This is energy is always moving, right? So at the time of you viewing this reading, this doesn't mean that it's going to like linger on, but it could. I just wanted to get that out there. So like I said, I got lost in all that energy and it went really south really fucking quick. I will say that a channeled song came through that I feel the need to bring up, because this is either going to resonate with you, and I haven't even tapped into these energies, but this reading is either going to resonate with you or it's not, okay? Since it is a collective reading. So the song is by Coco Rosie called Smash My Head or something like that. Yeah, okay, so the part that I heard was a murder of crows, specifically because I was using this deck and there's a specific card where a man looks like I don't remember which card it was anymore, but he looks like he just committed a murder, and like you can see the shovel and everything, and like, and then I heard the song A Murder of Crows. And so I looked for it, and it says, a murder of crows, the thunder blows, which is that inner turmoil. And then it says, tears are falling. So there's this, like I said, a sense of like, it almost feels like despair. And then it says, a murder of crows, the thunder blows. Okay, that already went. It says, smash my heart into bits. I am broken. Twist my soul inside out. I'm still breathing. Run across my burning heart. You can't break me. And so it just continues. Like there's this like part of you, it's like, I feel like it's so Edgar Allan Poe that song would come out, because it's like a song about feeling tortured, such inner turmoil that it feels like fucking torture, okay? And this could actually like manifest into like physical symptoms that feel like you're suffering, okay? And this can just be like mentally, like mental inner thoughts, chaos, because that's sort of what the energy was feeling. Like I said, it's like causing a misfire in your judgment when it comes to seeing things clearly. Like there's a malfunction is the word that I had originally picked up, okay? So let me clarify these with energy oracles. And then I will pause just to get a clear read, because although I did cleanse and try my best to ground, I'm also not in the best of energy and vibe, but I did feel guided to try to ground myself as best I could to provide a reading for the collective. Okay, so we have the Blade, Happy Fam. Oh no, these are 3 cards. The 5th chakra, the communication. This had originally came out like something that needs to be expressed in some way, which was that energy of feeling balled up, something that feels the need to be expressed, to move, to be released, to be directed, to be transformed. Okay, and then we have the 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus, something restricting. That's the same energy, the fire, because all I'm seeing right now is him holding it. There's something that you're holding on to that wants to be released, expressed, directed, transformed. In some cases, released. That was an energy that came out in the other reading. There's an energy that you want to be released, but it's almost like the inability to do so. So clarify fire, please. We have community. Clarify the upper world. We have woman holding a coin, having a strong grasp. I don't know what that means, but we'll get into that. Clarify the first energy, please. We have the 2 of Swords. There's that indecision had originally came out on this deck, which is the same vibe, like being at an inability to make a decision, okay? Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Clarify the last energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm going to pause just so that I can really sit with the energy and get the best read, the clear messages, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the first row because then I'm just going to like word mess thrown at you. So with the Blade, the energy is like connected to the mind, the sharpness of it, mind, body, soul, like the energy of decision, which originally I said was your energy was clouded when it comes to making decisions. This is about like cutting through, specifically when it comes to this energy of the 2 of Swords. Now I'm going to cover up the happy family for a second because I feel like this is the energy of something that's being restricted from you, something that you feel like you're being kept from, is what I'm getting. The Blade originally showing this like was giving me sort of like an almost radical message of needing to cut through any blindfolds, needing to cut to specifically within yourself, okay? Needing to cut through anything that you are refusing to see in order to have more clarity, because I feel like there's a sense of denial in something that I feel is keeping this energy. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because in the original reading that I had done, there was a corn and then there was like the energy of not being able to experience the abundance. Oh, there was the attachment card underneath it, and feeling restricted from reaching it. And this is giving me the same thing, like being unable to see your way to this. It's like if this was a person on the beach, on the dark end, you know, of whatever, unable to get towards being able to take off that and see the actual light, if you will, in front of them. But there's something, I hate to word it in the way, it sort of just feels like it's something that you're refusing to see, to accept, to, in some cases, cut off, because the Blade can be something of power, right? It can be something of power, of protection, of clarity, of, I heard sharp intellect, the ability to, quick-witted also I heard, but it could also be used as a weapon, right? It could be, and I almost feel that energy, like I had originally said, where it felt like cut through the blindfold. In some aspects, it just feels like in some cases, I guess, like the idea of cutting cords. This could be like cutting connections. This could be cutting behaviors, cutting whatever, right? Something that isn't serving you, something that would, in your perspective, keep you from this, okay? Whatever that may be. Now, I'll get more energy on this right now, but I want to move on to the fire, the community, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like this is strong guidance, and also I feel like the fire connects with the blade because it almost feels like there's something that wants to be shed, which was in the original reading, about something that you're like there's an inner chaos about being able to move away from some sort of energy, and that's what this is giving me, some sort of energy that's causing restriction or something that is in the way. With this energy here, it's sort of, the fire is giving me like the same vibe, like it can be used for good. It can provide us with such necessary, a lot of our necessities, right, to be able to use it as a powerful tool, or it can also be used for destruction of some sort, for harm, right? And I'm getting this sort of like, okay, I get it. There's this refusal in you in some aspects to embrace your more shadow side, which is this, like, I sort of felt like tempted, like, yes, it's a power, like you have a power, but in some case, and sometimes you also have the ability to, what's the word? You have the ability to use that power as a weapon, but you refuse to do so because I feel like there's a part of you that doesn't want to embrace. And I don't mean as a weapon and like literally hurting people, like for whatever reason, but I feel like this is in regards to maintaining, like fire. I'm getting like controlled fire, right? Like a fire that you set on your own, like, but it's a controlled fire that you release in order to, I don't know what the purpose of controlled fires are. But I'm sure there's some benefit to it because that's what I heard. And then with the blade, like I said, in some aspects needing to use it as a weapon for protection, but in some cases to cut through, like the bullshit, in other words, cut through anything that may be restricting you in some aspects. And this could mean like literal physical somethings, right, that need to be cut off. And again, this could be internal, it can be external, it can be both. And then I heard myself say, and it could be none as well. Remember that a reading can resonate with you in some aspects and not in like little bits and pieces, okay? So don't try to make anything fit ever when it comes to tarot, especially in a general reading. But that's sort of what I'm getting. Like this sort of like you're being enticed to embrace some shadow aspects when it comes to protecting yourself, when it comes to, and also holding yourself accountable. And then with the fire, like I said, with needing to use it as a tool, but also to be able to, like I said, to embrace, I don't know how I just keep seeing like a dragon, like like shooting fire. And I always say that when like Haley calls it going dragon, when when I get angry, because I have been teaching myself to be more and more patient as best as I can be, and I've made a lot of progress, but there are times when I'm pushed to my limit and I just have to go dragon. And that's sort of what it's giving me. Like if there are aspects of something that maybe within your community that are, I heard, needing to be put in its place. I don't know how that apply, but there are some times where it's okay. Like there's almost like the lack of want to put yourself in that energy, and it's understandable because I heard because of karma, because like spiritual karma, like not wanting to put bad energy out there. And while that's all good and well, we can't always just be love and light. Like we are three-dimensional beings, humans. We do have a polarity in our energy, and neither is wrong or right. They are both absolutely vital to chaos, destruction, rebirth, and all the aspects and cycles of life. Okay, they're all energies that are necessary for life to exist as it does. And so, yeah, I'm strongly getting that as the guidance. Now, I'm not anybody who's tried to like entice any riots or bad behavior of any sorts. So please don't think that that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, when it comes to your own stability, your own groundedness, your own, just, you know what I mean. I'm done with words. I will continue this reading in telepathic communication. Just kidding. Imagine if it was just silence and it was just like me telepathically speaking to you. That would make life so much easier, because my mouth gets so tired of having to move. Anyways, the upper world with woman holding a coin, and then the Ace of Pentacles. This, again, it's giving me the same energy. Okay, I like this though. I like this one the most. Because this is about like your shine. This is about your position. This is about embracing your strengths at its fullest. And this is about bringing them into the earthly realm. So everything that you are in the ethers, which is a lot, you are a lot. You are a lot, right? And so bringing all of that beautiful, big, ethereal energy into the earthly realm, stepping into that, okay? Like, yeah, it's giving me vibes that I've been getting, right? I feel like there's a lot of collective energy, like in several different stages, right? Everybody's at different places, but there's been an energy and collective energy that sort of feels like a phasing out and a stepping into a new version of yourself, that metamorphosis, that caterpillar vibe, that going into hermit mode, cave, in order to heal and release anything, to address certain things that may be holding you back. That's that energy. And then to bloom from there. This is your blooming stage. You are about and entering in whatever stage you are. You may already be in it. You may not. This may be past energy for you, you know? But this is your bloom era, is what I'm getting. Like just blooming in all aspects, of beautiful energy all over you. I'm seeing a woman. First she was nude. It's funny. But yeah, first she was nude, and then all of a sudden, vines started to appear all over her body and just taking off and completely like enthralling her. And then all of a sudden the vines start to bloom beautiful flowers all over her, and she's just walking around being a fucking beautiful flowery display of art for the world to see, to smell the beautiful floral scents of, you know, whatever brilliantly colored and exotic flowers are blooming on within her. This is your bloom era, okay? With the woman holding a coin, with the Ace of Pentacles, it does feel like new energy. So like I said, this could be energy you're moving into, this could be energy you're just reaching, starting to see, or you could already be fully in that bloom era, okay? But all of these energies at the top, which are like the main energies of today's collective reading specifically, the messages that want to come through is about this power. And like I said, this energy that I've been picking up on, it's about an inner strength that wants to shine through. And in some cases, that inner strength may mean embracing some of your more shadow aspects. It doesn't make you bad. You know, it just makes you human. And neat, because I feel like there's like this restriction, and I feel like whatever that restriction is in the energy, there's like this refusal to embrace any shadow aspects of yourself in order to relieve that bottled up, pent up energy. And no, like you're being guided to use the blade as needed, as necessary, to cut through anything that's creating a sense of indecision, a sense of confusion, a sense of holding you back from this energy of happy family. This doesn't literally have to be like a family. It's just the energy of, right? Like being fulfilled, being whole, being complete. That's the energy of happy family. It can be you completely on your own, but in this energy of feeling completely whole and fulfilled and loving your morning when you wake up and loving the things that you have lined up for you. And that's an energy that I feel that you feel restricted on. Not that you're not there at some points, right? But it's just like something that you want to stabilize, something that you want to see manifest in its fullest. Over that, okay. Let me get you. I had actually brought out the Archangel Michael deck because I don't know why. I need some angels. Just kidding. I've fallen into. Oh no, I didn't fall into the black hole because, like, living in a household with dementia could sometimes feel like slipping into a black hole. And I hate to say that, but it's like literal representation of what it can feel like for me sometimes, or how I experience it at least. And I feel like I've been on the edge. But I allowed myself to get sucked in. But I didn't let myself to fall all the way. I was there for like 2 days on the edge of that, experiencing that black hole. And then finally I was like, okay. I have enough energy to pull myself out. And therefore here I am. But yeah, like I said, these shadow energy, shadow aspects, needing to be acknowledged, embraced, and not, like, don't make yourself feel bad, especially if you resonate with that, like falling into a black hole, but being able to get yourself out. Like, don't feel bad for having fallen in there, okay? It's okay. From Archangel Michael, energy healing work. My prayer, thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me, for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. Then we have admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. That was the energy that I had gotten with this. The original reading, there was a man that had come out and he was staring at me in this deck. I don't remember which card it was, but there was a man and he was like speaking to me and saying, like, you know damn well. But that's the same energy. Like, there's an energy that almost feels like in some aspects like a refusal to accept, a refusal to see something that's a truth. I don't know what that be, okay? I appreciate your support is the prayer in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. Yeah, this is exactly the vibe that I'm saying. Like, you have a lot of power within you, but I said, like, there's a part that's like almost a refusal to be honest, a refusal to accept, a refusal to make certain decisions or certain actions. But a needing to be honest and accept whatever that be, okay? Sorry, I got lost in a little trance there for a second. And of course, I gotta end off with the animals. I felt like I neglected them for not bringing them up. Not only angels, we need some animals over here with the angels. Clear up all this Edgar Allan Poe energy. Just kidding. We have Moth Spirit, surrender now. We have Dove Spirit, be peace. And then we have 35, Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan. I love it. Surrender, be peace, and Spirit has a plan. When be peace doesn't mean that you have to be in all light energy. Be peace just means be at peace with where you're at. Be at peace with how much progress you've made, with what's unfolded. Be at peace even with the aspects of your life that you don't feel are going the best, because that releases the tension, okay? The energy of surrender releases the tension, and I'm only saying that because it felt like there was a lot of inner chaos, a lot of, yeah. So in order to release that tension is just to be able to be at peace, and there's a strong energy of being at acceptance with a certain something. In some cases, only if it resonates, to cut the blindfold. Cut the blindfold and act accordingly, right? That's what it said. Is that what it said? Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Yes. Okay. All right. And that's what I got for you, loves. Until we vibe again.